about the pushback to gentle parenting with clinical child psychologist Andrea Mata. And teachers are also speaking up about this. Tam Fam, take a look.
Is gentle parenting making life harder for teachers in schools? It's time to talk about it.
I teach kindergarten, and a lot of people ask me all the time, what can they do to prepare their kid for kindergarten? Tell your kid no. And do not teach them that telling them no invites them to argue with you.
As a teacher, it was difficult to even tell a student that they needed to move to a different seat. They wanted to know why. They wanted to negotiate.
If I can't tell your child no, they're basically unteachable.
With a gentle parented generation, it seems like the smallest things that a teacher asks a student to do turns into some kind of crazy debate.
In a classroom, a 2-year-old up to a senior in high school can be disrespectful to teachers, can physically harm teachers, and they get away with it because somebody has the audacity to say, oh, they're just trying to communicate.
Teachers have this age-old saying, it all starts at home.
Teach your own kids.
One of the educators in that video joins us. Please welcome longtime educator, daycare owner, Tina, to the conversation. You opened your daycare 20 years ago? Okay.
Yeah,
How would you describe things when you opened the doors in the beginning?
Kids were respectful. They were a joy. You didn't have the confrontation. You didn't have the negotiation.
And we're talking about daycare age here.
We're
That's like 3 years old.
Yeah. It starts at 2.
Starts at 2.
Yeah, we're seeing issues at 2.
And so, as I was going to say, now fast forward to where we are now, you have 2-year-olds and 3-year-olds. When you say issues,
they're biting teachers, they're kicking, they're spitting. They'll throw chairs across the floor. When it's time to clean up and move to something else, if they're not ready, they don't think they should have to.
And that's the thing. I mean, it's one of those conversations where, you know, we laugh about it a little bit, but in truth, the consequences.
There are none.
My mother always says, what makes you laugh today will make you cry tomorrow. And that's a saying that she says. So these things that maybe in the home you kind of chuckle off, that they're being sassy or kind of, you know, confident, they go to school, and this creates you starting to be labeled.
Yeah.
And this means teachers don't want you around.
Right.
And that becomes a big problem.
Yeah.
They don't feel like there's any consequences.
Well, because there's not. So like
Right.
just last year, I have twin 8-year-olds,
Yeah.
and they came home the one day and they're like, oh, Johnny, that's not his real name,
Yeah.
Johnny threw a shoe at the music teacher and hit him in the stomach. And I was like, what?
Right.
And I was like, well, what happened to Johnny? And they're like, oh, he had to come in and like apologize to the teacher, and that was it.
So let me ask you then, in a situation like that, what is supposed to happen to Johnny?
Well, they teach us that we're supposed to redirect, which is not working because we're redirecting them to a reward. There has to be a consequence.
There has to be
you
a
don't get to
consequence.
get picked up and go get ice cream.
Right. I quickly want to know your thoughts. For example, if the kid, as you said, they think everything is negotiable. Deal, deal. How do you think that should be handled?
There shouldn't be a negotiation. If they're parented in the home at a young age, if parents start parenting at a young age, we're not going to get to the point where a child's going to throw a chair.
Yeah.
They're going to know that there's going to be consequences, not necessarily from the teacher, but at home. Because when the parents get the phone call, they know something's going to happen. Right. But if we're not parenting them to that point till they understand that, then they negotiate.
Is it just a feeling or a fact that teachers are leaving because of this?
They're leaving.
They're leaving.
First of all, we don't pay our teachers enough money. And now, you know, they're getting smacked.
Yeah.
They're getting bit.
Yeah.
I mean, I had one get bit last week because she tried to console him after his mental breakdown, and he bit her.
How old was he?
4.
Wow.
You know, I mean, we don't pay our teachers enough to be abused daily.
Tina's not going anywhere. Up next, parents join us with real-life stories from gentle parenting fails and how they believe the F around and find out worked in the end. We're talking about it. We'll be right back.